I'm going to be using that. Because I can. I'm on stage and I got a water bottle. Okay. Okay, so if y'all want to turn to your Bibles to Mark chapter 7, we're going to get going. Cool? And anyway, okay, Mom, I love you. But I named my message after like something my mom taught me. It was called Hear No Evil, See No Evil. But I changed it just now. So it's now called, so this is erase what you just heard. It's now called The First Time I Heard. All right, so the first time I heard, like as a kid, I don't remember the very first time I heard anything. Like you don't remember the very first words you said or the first words you heard. But I will tell you this, I do remember the first time I heard God say, "You're my son." I do remember the first time that God said, "I love you," that I heard him call me by my name. Like I was sitting right there and he said, "Kyle, I love you." I remember that day. Okay, so this is the first time I heard it. You remember the first time I thought I was going to marry this girl in high school. And I remember the very first time that I said I love you. I remember those first, it's always the big things you remember, right? And so, okay, so we're in Mark chapter 7, right? I'm going to be mentioning DNA and some random stuff, but it's all going to come together. I haven't said the big word for DNA since like junior year, but it's like deoxyribonucleic acid. All right, here we go. So DNA could be sweat, blood, tears, hair, skin, all the liquids that come out of you, spit, fingerprints, whatever. So this is a story about a man who was deaf and mute, or not mute. He had trouble talking because. I think it's described in one translation as speech impediment. And I was doing a little bit of research, not a whole lot. It says people who are deaf but not mute often experience speech impediment, not because they can't talk, but because they can't hear. So they don't know exactly how to pronunciate or enunciate something because they don't know the right way to say it. And so this is the story, okay? Then Jesus left the vicinity of Tyre and went through Sidon, down the Sea of Galilee, into the region. There's a lot of different words for region, area, whatever. To this other place, right? So there some people brought to him a man. And this is the man I was talking about, who was deaf and mute. Okay, so this is the guy. And his friends brought him like almost as bait to get Jesus do a miracle, right? I'm like, that is messed up. That is not cool. You're going to use me like that? You throw me under the bus? And so they begged Jesus to just place his hand on him. They didn't ask him, hey, Jesus, hey, good to see you again. Love you. I love your heart. No, they were after his hand. They were after his hand and not his heart. And man, I just want to say that, man, God's heart is always, he loves healing. I don't want to get you wrong. Like, he loves healing, but it's never just for a broken ankle or for an issue of blood or to heal a blind eye. It's to get to your heart. And so, here we go. So he says, he took him away. After he took him away, he took him to the side, away from the crowd, away from the people who he was with, away from the people who brought him, who only saw his dysfunction. He brought him away from them. And then he said, and this is really weird, he put his fingers in his ear. And then he spits on his fingers and puts it in his tongue. What the? Jesus, what are you doing, man? Like, that's gross. Stop that. But that's so weird. Oh, that's so weird. Like, oh. Just thinking about this is not cool. But okay. And so as he's doing this, he says these words that sound really funny. But it's like, Ephatha. Ephatha. I don't know. But it means be open. And so I thought initially, because he said, I was looking up, he looked up to heaven and he said these words to him. Ephatha. Whatever. Be open. Okay. Now I thought he was speaking to the ear. And he was. He was speaking to the ear. But not only that, he was looking to heaven. So he said, ear, you will be open. But heaven is also going to be open. So it's not just going to be for the physical, like I need to hear, it's going to be like, this is an open heaven experience. Like, I want to show you more than just what you're expecting, more than just what you want to hear. I'm going to fill your heart. And so oh my gosh, like, this dude, he gets healed. I spoiled the story, I didn't finish it. Okay, at this, the man's ears were opened, and his tongue was loosed, and he began to speak plainly. So he didn't ever have an issue knowing the words. It was the ability to speak them. And I don't know, there's just something about being able to hear properly. Okay, Mike, you want to come up real quick, bro? If you can't hear for yourself, like, I love, like, giving words, and, like, the Rise is great, and I think there needs to come a place where you hear it for yourself.
Yeah. It's good.
You're not going to do that. So I want you to just hear it for yourself. Because here's the thing. Like, just an experience from God at the Rise is like this. Okay? But that's going to dry up. This is going to go away. I can rub it and it can begin to dry up and it'd be gone. It's refreshing if it's hot, you know. It'd be refreshing for a moment until it dried up. But, hey, come back real quick. But, here, you go ahead and drink that. So, most important thing of all, hydration. That water he just drank, no one can dry that up. I want you to, this is a hear it for yourself. You can't just go on, just continue getting showered and think it's going to just fulfill you. That water is now being used to do something that we can't see inside of him. And so this is the visual I get when I think, this is a hear it for yourself. Hear it for yourself, man of God. Like, you can. Jesus took this dude away from the crowd. He took away from the crowd. Get alone. You can. You can get alone with Jesus. He wants to meet with you. And he's in an open heaven. Like, tonight is open heaven for you. If you need something, you come up and do business with God tonight. You don't have to pull his arm for peace and joy. Like, the DNA that's in the seed, that's in the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, faith. That's available. You do not have to tug his arm for it. Cool.